can.
No! No, I can't force to fucking do this. I want to play a game, not a fucking horror game, god damn it. Join!
And why do you think I'm telling you I can show you how to get through there without even having to do that?
I don't want to be shown. I want you to do it for me, because I don't have the nerves to do it. It scares the shit out of me every motherfucking time.
It won't scare you if you fucking know how I'm going to do it.
Why are you refusing to help me?
Because, bro, share plays are laggy. I will die if I do a share play for you in that part. Share plays are so laggy.
God damn it, I'm about to block you and then unfriend you. Because friends help one another.
I am trying to!
I can't do it, god damn it. I tried.
I can't do it in a fucking... I cannot do that. It will be so goddamn... I'll die as much as you will. If I do it like the way you wanted me to.
I'm about to unfriend you because you're not being a good friend to me.
Why? Because you think that I'm actually saying... You watched what happened. You watched exactly what happened when I was doing your fucking rank up. The lag killed me.
I was fucking eating at the time you were doing all that.
Yeah, okay, I got you there. But let me explain to you what a share play happens. Whenever you or anyone, this is why you wanna know why I avoid share plays?
I'm
you
about
wanna know
to
why?
unfriend you. You're being mean to me.
Do you wanna know why? I can't do it with the lag you got. That's what you're not understanding. Whenever I do a share play with you, it lags like it's nothing in the world.
Well, you're a fucking pussy then if you can't deal with the goddamn lag.
It crashes my PS4. Do I want to risk messing my PS4 up?
There is no way this shit can crash your PS4.
Oh, it has. You crashed my game once.
Then why are you still my goddamn friend?
You really want to know why? Because I'm not a person that fucking unfriends people because they can crash your game.
I fucking can't do this without someone doing it for me, because I seriously don't got the nerves to deal with this metal fucking monstrosity that likes to dick around with bones.
Well, you have to become it sooner or later.
Yeah, no shit, I know that. I watched the whole goddamn quest through, man. I'm trying to get your help, and you just flat out refuse to help me because the lag. I can't do it because I just can't. Dude, my fingers are sweaty, and I'm afraid that I might do something because of the stress that'll get me killed. Like I might accidentally just stop in the middle of the goddamn run and get myself killed. Okay?
You're not the only one that had sweaty fingers in that. Dude, I had sweaty fingers as well.
Right? Dude, I wish I had fucking better internet so it wouldn't lag for you. But I have shit internet. There is no goddamn way for me to do this. I can't do it. I thought I can do it, but I just realized I can't do it. It scares me too much. If I wanted to have a fucking horror game, I'd go out and buy some badass fucking horror game with jump scares that you don't know when's gonna fucking happen. It'll fucking come out of nowhere and make you piss yourself. If I wanted that, I would fucking do that. I play Warframe because it's fun, not to fucking shit myself. I might as well just go change my goddamn underwear. 'Cause I think I did shit myself, dude. This is pissing me off. Metaphorically, I shit myself. Do you understand? I can't
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Yeah, but you do not understand my concept. And I don't want. My dad keeps telling me not to risk crashing your game because I won't be able to get another one. And if I crash the game so bad and it fucks up my entire system, I can't get another system. Because
Then
my
why the
family's
fuck?
too fucking lazy to get me another one.
Your dad ain't. He would help you out.
He wouldn't get me another one. His parents wouldn't allow it.
Well, fuck, he doesn't work.
No. He used to work in tobacco.
And why'd he stop?
Because he had gout.
Dude, I would just take a shit ton of painkillers that wouldn't dull my senses, and then I'd get in there and do that stuff he was supposed to do. Unless painkillers don't work on him. Dude, join my goddamn...
Dude, I am telling you, I am not risking my own system. This is my only other system. My only other system is my computer. Or my
Dude,
iPad.
did it fucking crash whenever you were helping me out with those laser beams?
Kicked me out of Warframe. I can tell you that. I couldn't even get on my Warframe for a while.
What, you can't?
I can now, but it fucked my Warframe up a little bit because, you know how the bar goes back and forth, forward only.
Dude.
No, it didn't go slow for me. It kept going reverse, forward, reverse, forward, reverse, in a loop.
It keeps on staying in the red or right fucking next to the red. There is no goddamn way I can do this, man. I wish I could fucking how the hell can you fucking abandon the goddamn... What the hell? Seriously, how the hell do you abandon the damn quest? Because I don't see any way how. The only thing I see is resume, communications, and options. There's no abandoned quest or abandoned mission.
That's weird.
Here, look.
There should have been.
How is there should have been?
It let me aboard it.
This is my fucking first time doing this, dude. It probably allowed you because it's your 30-second fucking time doing it.
No, it did on my first time as well. It let me.
No, it doesn't let you.
Yeah, it
do
did.
This. I can't even fucking rank. Ah! Dude, I can't do a goddamn thing besides do this. I can't do it. It seems like you either... How the fuck would SharePlay crash your fucking system? That makes no goddamn sense.
It lags like a fucking motherfucking truck.
It's the goddamn internet, you dipshit. It's not the fucking system. Are you that stupid? Dude, the internet has nothing to do with the fucking system, doofus. Oh my god. Who the fuck is this dude? Some random motherfucker just sent me something, or I don't know what. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What the fuck? Oh joy. But seriously, do you fucking see this? What I sent you?
I'll look right now. I was trying to find something.
Seriously, purple dildo. It's the fucking internet, dude, not your system. Jesus Christ.
My internet in Michigan shit as well. So basically, it can crash either way.
You ain't getting it.
I am getting it. I'm not a moron.
Well, that's pretty hard to, I can't see otherwise than you being a moron.
Dude, I'm not allowed to change my internet password. I'm not allowed to change the internet type. And plus, the internet in my house is like, okay, let me explain this in the most fucked up way ever.
Very fucking slow.
Imagine, what's the slowest, what's the slowest thing on the planet? Earth.
I don't really know, but it sure as hell ain't a snail. Compared to some things, a snail's pretty fucking fast. Ow, god damn, that's hurting my ears.
It's slower than a
I'm gonna piss
snail.
on you.
It is literally slower than a snail.
I'm gonna piss on you.
And that is...
Dude, I'm gonna piss on you.
And you think that bothers me?
You actually wanna get pissed on? Is that your fetish?
No.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Your fetish is having a dude piss on you.
I didn't say that. Was that? Now did I?
But you said it doesn't bother you to have someone urinate on you.
Why would it bother someone?
That's disgusting! Someone urinating on you? Oh! That's fucking disgusting, dude.
I've seen someone do that.
Yeah, you're fucked up, man. Oh my god, you're really fucked up in the head, bro. God damn it, a normal person would be like, why the fuck did you say that? That's a fucking normal person.
I'm not a normal person. You know this. I'm not a normal person.
So what you're saying is your dick is small or some shit like that? I don't know.
Oh my god, you're dumb.
Did you say I'm dumb?
You didn't catch what I said. I am so shocked you did not catch what I said.
The worst things that happen during the act.
Huh?
Worst things that have happened during the act.
And what is that?
Oh my god, are you... What? Are you that stupid? The act? You know, the act? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Are you that stupid? Bow chicka wow wow. Oh my god. Sexy time. Fuck it. Having sex!
Huh?
God damn it. Worst things that have happened during the act, aka worst things that have happened while having sex. Okay? Come on now. Did you not even... Oh my god. God fucking damn it. How the fuck did you not even catch on to that? I easily catched on to that. Oh my god. You're such a fucking... You're such a fucking noob. What the fuck? What are you doing?
That's the last time you two are... Hello? Does this thing work?
What happened just now?
That dog bit up my... that dog bit up my, headset. Now all I have is this wire.
How the fuck are you talking to us?
I'm talking by the wire of the whole thing.
Hey guys, shut up and listen to this.
One time, Pringle had brought his girlfriend here for a night to have a good time. While they were doing it,
All I have is a wire to talk.
God fucking damn it.
it got very loud. Pringle tried to get it to quiet down, but it was too late. His mother came into the room.
Out there exists an enemy that can be struck down, incapacitated, dismantled, and yet they rise.
They were
to
having
fight
sex,
again,
and then
annihilate the
his
opposing
mother
team
stripped
foil,
naked and said, "If you're gonna be that loud, you might as well let me join in." That's the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. The looks on their faces, yeah, that's fucked up.
Hey, Pringle and his girlfriend went there lately without being loud in the bedroom at his house. Number 9 was submitted by Yami Okami.
Yummy. Oh.
Having sex with her ex-boyfriend.
What did you just say?
That big nut.
What the fuck did he just say, TWT?
No, I did not say that.
His cousin.
Not talking to you.
Scornful look says
We'll go listen to this.
another round of laughter escapes the television, reminding me that the show is funny, thanks to the audience. I don't think I would have known otherwise.
I have
Outside the windows of our apartment, the city lights gleam like
Shiny.
1,000 little
What the fuck is a reverse cowboy? I mean, reverse cowgirl. What the fuck is that position? The only thing I know of is the normal position in doggy style.
when all we want to do is forget. I want to forget the way Alexis' mother screamed as she
Oh my god.
So it's the sound someone makes when they create one.
Who was giving her head?
Dropping like a stone into the ocean of sound that is downtown Chicago.
Ow. Ow. Oh, ow. Oh, God.
Laying a doll down. Those plastic
Ow.
searing flesh.
Oh, God.
Skull like a stone floats apart begging for
I'll clamp down on his little friend.
manufactured chirp, like a bird with a voice box. Even when Alexis isn't around to pull the string in her back, the doll speaks to me. Do it, weakling. The same kind of push you gave your wife. I did not push her over the edge. Somehow, my glasses shattered before where Alexis was just standing.
Favorite condoms?
She's crying. I know that. I made you a drink, Dad. I thought you wanted another. My hand burns, like I just swatted a volleyball off my palm. But there are no volleyballs anywhere nearby. There's only Alexis, nursing her face and hiding her tears from me. No, that's not right. There's also the doll.
playing the condom too long. About 5 seconds.
You're not fit to be a father, my wife said. 2 years ago. Not now. How could she be there now? Still, I can hear her voice. It's always scolding, always full of so much judgment. Counter empty. Her gold green eyes are missing from below the ceiling lights. Her slender hands
My God, I can't believe what I'm fucking watching.
She makes you trust me. She is the
The upper part of his dick started turning
She's
red.
quit the world, but she refuses to quit me. Then you hit her. Stop it, I say. Because I have to say it. Because if I do not, then no one will. I'm not doing anything, I swear. Simpers Alexis, from her place in the ground. No, that's not her place. I have to remember that. Her place is with the doll, with a smile on her face. But that is just another illusion. Another place in another time that will never be. It can be, says the doll. Somehow, she set herself up. I've only just realized that I'm still standing. I've only just noticed how tall I am compared to that little doll of hers.
Oh God!
I'm a giant of a man. You can have her place in the sun if you step aside. Is that what you told her mother? I ask. But this time inside my head, where only the doll can hear. Is that how you convinced her to give her soul to the city?
A ghost going down on me. What?
Another burst of laughter pours out from the warm glow of the television set. Another witty line I must have missed. Suddenly the television screen goes wide, and I hear a song playing. It's soft at first, barely audible, but it gets louder as the lights begin to dim above me. The whole apartment feels darker. Step aside, says the voice. Let it be warm again. Suddenly the room is at my back. I can feel the wind picking up through what's left of my hair. I can't see it, but I know it's streaked with grey. Whatever has not fallen out already. And I know it's not only my hair that has left me. It is not only my hair that disowns who I am. A horn peals loud and constant from below. The air is cold in my face. The balcony freezing beneath my feet. But there is a warm, just a touch, like a golden orb. Something soft and heated clasps around my hand. Please don't, whispers Alexis. She won't look up at my face, not after what I did to her. But her voice is full of embracing. Her hand is so tiny as it wraps around mine. Come back inside, Daddy. I do not know why, but I follow her back into the dimness of the apartment. Somehow, it seems a little brighter now. The television is playing again, and the soft song that once wafted through the dark has lilted away completely. But the doll is still there, looking up at me. Soon enough, she says to me. Scorn burned into her plastic, lifeless eyes. Or is it a voice that comes from somewhere else, just for me? Soon, it says. Soon, you will have to leave Alexis and give your life to the city below.
Eve.
Today, dangerous winter driving conditions may exist on Detroit roadways, so take extra time.
Savoring his sausage. Is Purple still in the party?
Maybe I allowed myself
savoring
to be
his
disarmed
sausage.
by the fact that he came at 3 in the afternoon. He knocked very softly for a man of his stature, hulking as he was at 6'4" with wide shoulders and big, hairy knuckles. When I asked how I could help him, he reached into his coat pocket and out to me. Where's a coat in August? I took the envelope and looked it over. The space was stamped over several times with information for the St. Louis Correctional Facility. A letter from prison. Great. I didn't know anyone in prison. Then I noticed a post-it note paper-clipped to the back of the envelope. It read simply, "Please allow the courier to be present to witness the reading of this letter." I looked up at the man towering over me on the porch. Though he was large, he didn't appear threatening. If anything, his calm smile made me think he might be rather friendly. I asked if he had any clue about the contents of the letter or why his presence was necessary for the reading. But the tall man shrugged and gestured towards the foyer. I nodded and invited him in. In the kitchen, we both sat across from one another at the table. I offered him some coffee, but he silently declined. I glanced up
Sex
at him
with coffee.
last time.
What?
I peeled the flap back and pulled out a 10-page letter, scrawled in hasty handwriting on lined yellow paper. The letter began, "You don't know me. You will likely never meet me. I am on death row at St. Louis Correctional Facility. I was locked up for the murder of my wife and 2 children.
Let's go home.
Lionel was 3. Macy was just 6 months old. I love them dearly, but I did kill them. I will admit that first and foremost. I hate myself for it, and I rot in my cell, tortured by the images
going on?
pouring off my knuckles. Let me tell you my story." I looked back up at the tall man with disgust
What
obvious
the
on
hell
my
is
face.
going on?
His calm,
This
soft
shit is
grin
turning.
didn't waver as he stared back at me. I got up to get a glass of water, then returned to the letter. The author of the letter, whose name I found was Fitz Wallard, had been incarcerated 2 weeks ago, and had begun work on his letter as soon as he had access to stationery. He never explained how he got my address or why he chose me to share his story with. But the story was brutal. Fitz Wallard claimed to have been cursed. My first thought was that he suffered from schizophrenia, but he explained that he had been tested for it with no results. He insisted that a demonic spirit was attached to him. The evil spirit taunted him, tortured his every waking moment. It whispered evil deeds in his ear as he lay in bed at night. It appeared in his reflection as he walked past the mirror. The demon was constantly suggesting cruelties and filling Fitz's brain with insecurities and phobias and sinister ideas. Fitz's day-to-day life became riddled by a running commentary on the weakness of humans, the frailty of flesh, and the freedom of bloodletting. Work meetings became haunted by the demon's screeching. The spirit hissed terrible things about every face Fitz passed on the street. The worst still, though, was the demon's thoughts on Fitz's family. Called the children ungrateful degenerates. The demon told Fitz that his family didn't appreciate him, that his wife was cheating on him, that his children couldn't stand to be around him, that Fitz could never provide enough for them, that the house was a sty, that their clothes were rags, that everything Fitz had worked towards his whole life was a mediocre joke at best. For 10 pages, Fitz Willard recounted the madness that crept into his psyche, the nightmares that woke him dozens of times at night. The demon made light bulbs flicker as Fitz walked under them. He made the bathtub run red like blood. Flies gathered on the mirrors, and the demon's suggestions became more and more furious. They became demands, threats even, until one day, Fitz caved in. caved in the skulls of his 2 infant children with his bare fists before strangling his wife of 8 years so hard that he fractured the vertebrae on her neck before she finally asphyxiated. That's how he ended the first letter. The tall man stood and nodded to me in silence. Then I led him out the front door. Needless to say, I was shaken. Why would someone decide to share such a terrible story with me? Day 2. The tall man stood on my porch again at 3 in the afternoon, and when I answered, he handed me the second letter. As put off as I was by the first letter, I found that as I sat watching television that night, I couldn't shake the story from my head. I took the second letter and led its deliverer to the kitchen table once again. I wanted more. What word does justice to the nature of the second letter? Dark, twisted, desperate. The yellow paper was rife with drawings of fallen figures, huddled in corners, and tiny bodies splayed out in pools of pencil grey. Smudges of graphite made all the little doodles appear in shadows. The second page of the letter was just one big drawing. A woman's face twisted up in suffering, her mouth hanging open and her throat packed full of maggots. Spiders wrapped up in her hair, tears whipping down from her face. Her hands grasped her own face, jagged nails dug into her cheeks. The second letter gave a name to the demon. Grimdeed. Grimdeed the Tormentor. I glanced up often from the letter to the man sitting across the table from me. Did he know the terrible tale I was being told? Is that why it was so important that he was present when I read it? His gentle smile never faltered, never faded as he looked idly around my kitchen. Fitz elaborated on his descent into madness, about the tearful call he made to 911 as he stood over the lifeless bodies of his family. He talked about the trial and how, even in the courtroom, Grimdeed sat behind him at the defendant's table and spoke curses about everyone present. Grimdeed demanded that Fritz try for the bailiff's gun at the conclusion of the trial, and Fritz did. This led to a brief beating. Grimdeed said that Fitz should stand at the door of his cell, screaming profanity and threatening the guards. This led to a longer beating. Grimdeed told Fitz to spit at the judge the next day at the trial, and as defeated as Fitz
naked and on fire.
conscious was by the demon's constant influence, he did.
Wait, what about a demon?
The letter ended with another drawing. This time of the whole courtroom, strewn with slaughtered lawyers and the judge hanging above his stand. All of it was in the smeared grey of pencil lead with grimy fingerprints pressed into the yellow paper. On the third day, I was sitting on the bottom stair just inside the door, waiting for 3 o'clock. Right on time, the courier arrived, and without a word between us, I let him walk through the door. He set the third letter on the kitchen table and sat down. His smile was brighter today, wider than usual. I could tell by his demeanour that this must be the final letter. I peeled the envelope open and sat with a steaming coffee at my elbow. In his third letter, Fitz talked about his days in prison, how even in his incarceration, Grimdeed the Tormentor haunted him.
This is hilarious.
He described how slow the death penalty process took, how he may die of old age in his prison cell long before an execution date was set. His penmanship became a barely legible scribble. His writing was frantic. He was a rat trapped in a cage, being prodded constantly by the cruel musings of Grimdeed the Tormentor. Fitz's sanity had long passed. He doodled himself, smearing something on the walls of his cell with his hands. I assumed feces. Fitz said he was thinking about ripping his ears off in hopes that he would deafen himself and escape Grimdeed's whispers. The yellow pages had stains on them from Fitz's tears. He apologized for that. Then, on the last page, a spark of hope. As if he had stopped and gathered himself. His handwriting once again became clean and clear. The last line read, Grimdeed has grown bored with me. Being locked up like this, I can't do much evil worthy of him. He told me how to end my curse. Well, no, the curse never ends exactly. This is why I'm writing to you. To pass the curse along to its next victim. But since I still have a sliver of humanity left in me, I'll at least tell you now.
I can now turn them against each other as Loki. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so hysterical.
Into your home 3 times.
Dude, I literally turned them against each other. I am so evil.
To find the tall man staring into my eyes. His eyes were an endless black. That cruel grin was wider than ever. Light the letter on fire, Grimdeed demanded.
They spotted you.
This is the weirdest shit this is the weirdest fan fiction I've ever seen. I don't know whether to laugh, cry, run out the door and kill myself, go kill some people with naked, blast myself in fucking space and die? I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. This is so
my vision getting blurry and
Did I just
really nice, but no one came. I cannot tell you how long I was in there, but with the pain getting worse by the second, each moment seemed like an hour. I couldn't tell you when the doctor came in. I passed out at somewhere along the way. I vaguely remember being loaded onto a gurney, but aside from that, my mind is blank. I woke up the next day on a critical care unit.
Looks like heavy activity.
I was hooked into all these machines and I had tubes coming out of my nose and mouth. It was very uncomfortable, but not nearly as bad as my eye.
That's the reactor. Expose its core and destroy it.
In fact, I could barely see out of my good eye.
That's it.
I tried to reach up and grab my eye, and it was about that time I noticed the leather restraints attached to my wrists. I sat there in the dimly lit hospital room for much longer than I cared for. My screams ruffled by the tubes in my mouth. When a nurse finally peeked in to check on me, it was all I could do to struggle and make muffled whimpers. She didn't even take notice of me. After changing out of my sailor bag and making a scribble on the clipboard, she went back into the hall and closed the door. As the light began to fade from what was left of my good eye, I started to wonder if I was dying. No such luck. The pain continued. I could still hear the beeps and hums of the machines that had been hooked into me, and I could feel all the sensors and tubes that had been attached or inserted into my body. Being unable to see sent me into a frenzy. I writhed against the restraints until I felt one of my hands break loose. I ripped the tubes out of my mouth and let out a short scream that turned into a coughing fit. After prying my other hand loose, I clumsily stood up and felt my way through the dark until I found what felt like a door and pulled at it until it came open. I felt a firm hand on my shoulder, which was accompanied by a male voice telling me to calm down and go back to bed. I wasn't having it. I had to get out of there. I felt the hand tighten.
Oh my god, TWT.
And I started flailing my arms in his direction until I broke free, at which point I kept one hand on the wall
TWT.
and tried to move as quickly as I could down the hall. Several orderlies tackled me to the ground, and one of the last things I remember is getting a shot in my hip. For a moment, there was nothing. I couldn't see, feel, hear, or smell anything. I guess I was asleep, but for the first time in 2 hellish days, there was no pain. When I woke, my hands were again in restraints. My eye wasn't hurting anymore, and I could make out slivers of light from what I could only assume was a bandage over my good eye. I didn't feel anything in my bad eye. Nothing. I called out for help and was again reminded of the feeding tube. I started struggling again, hoping to break free, but was met with a familiar firm hand on my shoulder. The bandage was pulled from my good eye, and my doctor was standing over me with a somber look on his face. So, good news and bad news. The good news is we were able to save your right eye. It seems that some of the eggs had been able to make it to that eye, but we were able to clear it up pretty quickly. The bad news is that we had to remove your left eye. By the time you came into primary care, the eggs had already hatched and the larva had already started eating your eye. He tried to keep a straight face as he described it, but I could tell he was just as disgusted as I was. He pulled a feeding tube and got me a small cup of water before asking, "So, any questions?" "2 things," I said, as I tried to compose myself. "Why am I in restraints? And what do you mean, eggs?" My voice was as panicked as it was loud. The doctor shook his head and then said, "There were several times throughout the night where you tried to claw out your own eye or pull out the feeding tube. It was for your own safety." He paused and said, "Have you been to South America recently or been in contact with someone who has?" "No," I said, shaking my head. He continued, "Did you order eye drops or contacts on the internet?" Getting frustrated with his hesitation, I finally grunted out, "Answer the damn question!" He looked at the floor for a second and said, "Calm down, we're just trying to figure out where you got exposed to the insects." "Insects? What the hell?" I interrupted. After a few seconds of shouting and cursing, I calmed down and looked at him. "Yeah, we identified it as an insect native to Brazil. It bites the eye and lays eggs in the soft tissue. The larvae hatch and burrow deep into the eye. After eating the eye, the insects burst out of the socket and fly off to infect other hosts. It's actually pretty rare for them to infect humans." "What the hell, Doc?" I said, as I felt a tear coming out of my remaining eye. After another day of observation,
where's Demon Slayer?
Instructions for the empty socket and some pain pills,
He hasn't been
the hospital sent me
in
home.
this party at all.
By the time I got back to my apartment, the entire building had been sealed off in plastic. I called a number that had been posted next to the gate, and a woman claiming to be from the CDC told me to wait there and that a car would be by. No one would give me any answers, but they put me up in a decent hotel and told me they would help me find a new apartment. More than anything, I just wish they would tell me what they did with my cat. I hadn't seen Mr. Boot since a couple days before my eye started hurting. He was making some weird noises that day.
Doopy got up and grabbed a lamp and smashed it on the ground as she started screaming. That startled Melissa, and she started screaming.
Working as a director has been a lifelong dream. As a child, watching movies was my favourite pastime. I would try to imitate my favourite directors by filming movies of my own. For my 13th birthday, I asked for a video camera. I remember feeling like an actual director as I carried my camera around and filmed whatever I could find. Filming wasn't just an activity for me. It was my passion. In film school, I was learning the practices of successful directors. I was to watch as many films as I could. I survived on a steady diet of Coppola, Hitchcock, Lynch. I'd seen all of the classics. I watched and rewatched them. I studied and took notes. There wasn't anything left to watch. I resorted to short films, independent projects. I would browse the internet for hours, searching for my next one. Sometimes the task became grueling. Each storyline was different, but all of them felt like the same movie. I wanted something fresh, something new. It was in this moment of desperation that I stumbled upon a video on YouTube. Except, it wasn't like the other ones. It struck my attention because the video didn't have any views. Perhaps because it was titled only with one number, and the thumbnail was just an image of a young woman sitting down on a couch. After hours of idle searching, my interest was sparked. As the thumbnail suggested, the video showed a woman sitting on a couch. Her body was facing forward, but her face was turned towards what appeared to be a television. She was in a living room. Occasionally, she would pick up the remote from her side and change the channel. The video was shot in such a way that it appeared the camera was fixed on her, even as she moved. It was an unconventional method of filming, and I hadn't seen it used often, so I was already gripped. I glanced at the time indicator. The length of the video was 5 minutes, yet 3 minutes into the video, nothing of importance had seemingly happened. I skipped to near the end, and the woman remained sitting on the couch. Puzzled yet intrigued, I continued to the next video titled 2. In this video, a woman cut up vegetables on a counter in what appeared to be a kitchen. After she was finished, she transferred the vegetables from the cutting board into a bowl.
Fuck her bird lover again.
It continued on for 5 minutes. Just
What
as
the fuck am I watching? Oh god! This is getting
next video
raunchy
titled
fast.
3, in which she appeared to be vacuuming the carpet of the living room. I didn't plan to watch each 5-minute video, so I looked into the user's channel to see how many videos had been posted. My jaw dropped when I reached the end of the page listing the videos uploaded. 50 videos had been filmed, each apparently consisting of 5 minutes of everyday household chores. Despite feeling overwhelmed, I continued watching. I couldn't just leave this discovery behind. My curiosity was aroused. Each video was practically the same, consisting of the same woman carrying out everyday tasks. I made my way through each one. I didn't watch them fully, and skipped to the next one before I became bored. It wasn't until towards the end of the series that I noticed the videos started to take a different, somewhat darker direction. In this particular video, the woman was lying in bed. It was dark, but I could see that her eyes were closed and she didn't appear to know she was being filmed.
Pornographic!
The camera was positioned above her, filming her as she tossed and turned relentlessly. A feeling of unease came over me as I watched. I was unsettled, yet also filled with a morbid curiosity. The videos appeared to become more and more intrusive. I watched her, leaning against the wall in what appeared to be the living room. There was something different about her in this video. Her body appeared gaunt, as if she hadn't been eating, and her face was a sickly shade of pale, as if she were ill. Her eyes were wide with worry, and her forehead was wrinkled in frustration. She frequently looked around the room, darting her eyes from left to right, as if she were afraid someone was going to sneak up on her. Holding a phone to her ear,
Why the hell is that locked?
voice. She spoke in a fast and rushed tone, occasionally stopping to catch her breath.
Dude, the relay I need to get to is locked. Oh, I think I know
But I
why.
could make out the words, watching me. And what if something happens to the baby? And please help me. Towards the end of the call, her eyes and she began to cry.
Jesus Christ, that's the most horrifying look and smile I've ever seen.
In the next video,
That is fucking nightmare fuel. That is motherfucking nightmare fuel.
Isn't what I'm listening to nightmare? Isn't what I'm listening to nightmare fuel?
No, dude, this dude's smile. God fucking damn. That's all I could say.
It's what I'm watching, not nightmare fuel.
She had been in all of the previous videos.
GFD is all I could say is GFD for God fucking damn.
I was able to see her face.
I have a question.
I suddenly recalled a missing person.
Why is there so much porno on your computer?
No, is this nightmare fuel I'm listening to?
I could only remember a few vague details.
Dude, I heard of more frightening stuff, you stupid bugger. Trust me. There are some shit out there that would make you piss your pants.
Probably not me, because I love creepypastas.
It was the same woman.
I think it's the one where you have your balls cut off and then shoved up your ass.
I watched the woman in the video suddenly freeze.
Oh, I have it better. Hey, do you want to have your balls cut off and sent to your anus?
Her face became contorted.
Be interesting.
Of horror. She gasped, and her hands
you know, having your nuts sink up your ass.
It would be interesting.
Came to a stop. I sat motionless in my computer chair. Any sense of curiosity I had was vanished.
Holy fuck, this relay's huge.
I knew I had to find out what happened.
I want to go to a calm one.
With a shaking head.
Calm ones are much better.
It was the last one. A sense of dread filled me as I watched the screen intently. My eyes wide and shut.
Shut up.
Nothing
Shut up.
appeared on the screen. It was entirely black.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. No! Quit!
And a baby crying in a shriek.
Shut up. Shut up.
It continued on for 3 minutes until the woman's agonized screaming turned into a groan and then completely dissipated after several minutes.
Not like that, you dumbass. A dying groan.
I immediately stood up from my seat
and you're ruining the fucking creepypasta for me, so shut up and quit making puns. Dude!
I'm sorry.
You're ruining it for me.
Trembled with fear as I waited.
Well, I'm gonna leave the fucking party or kick you. Which one would you prefer?
It had automatically turned off from inactivity.
If you want to continue ruining my experience of this video, I would suggest you quit making fucking dumbass jokes about it.
I can't even hear your goddamn fucking pasta.
Then don't make puns, because it sounds like you are making puns about it.
Why the fuck would I want to listen to pasta? That's disgusting.
It ain't pasta, it's creepypastas. Which are basically creepy stories.
The police officers scoffed at me.
They start sounding good, but they start sounding nice and all pretty and all that shit.
They didn't believe me.
Then they take a turn for the worse.
Won't believe me. My family won't believe me. No one believes me. I feel like I'm losing my mind. With each passing second, this feeling of dread inside me grows stronger. I haven't been able to sleep for days. I lie awake every night, afraid that
primed continuity is here.
woman is going to come for me. It could be watching me right now.
Good. Die. Die in the hole and die. They're not talking to you.
Next time.
You heard nothing. You heard nothing, TWT. You heard nothing.
Make sure his girl gets her free snacks. The all-new Flex 2 automatically recognizes exercises like running.
Damn, that's fucking weird.